Gibson. This is the second of 3 short videos that accompany our Excel project for the semester. This one is titled Graphing and Trend Lines, so that's what this is about. It's how to graph a type of graph called scatter plot, do some things you need to do with it, add some trend lines. All right, so let's jump in over here. So I have some data set up. This one on the left is linear data. This on the right is exponential. All right, so the first thing you want to do is highlight all the data, not the heading, just the data. Click Insert. And then over here, it says recommended charts, and to the right, it's got icons of a bunch of different kinds of charts. We're going to pick this one that's just a bunch of dots in the data. This is called a scatter plot. Click on it. And then we want the simplest one, so it's just this first one here with no connecting lines or anything. Now, get your cursor here in the white space. Hold down with your left mouse button and drag it over. All right, so first we're going to put on a chart title. You see, you click it, the box comes up around it. Go ahead and click in the box. Go ahead and delete the chart title. And this is going to be cost per hour tutored. Obviously, you're going to pick a title that describes your actual data. That's what this data is cost per hour tutored. The next thing we need to do is we're going to add titles to both the vertical and the horizontal axis. Now, the instructions in the instruction document say that we can do this plus the trend line that we're going to do next by clicking on the Add Chart Element button, and that is accurate. It does work that way. I've had a few students in the past tell me that that button didn't appear. So the other way to do this is to click on the plus here. If you click the Add Chart Element button, it really works the same way, assuming you've got one. I'm going to click on Axis Titles, and you'll notice that a title by the horizontal axis and another one by the vertical show up. So I'm going to click here in the box for the vertical one. Go ahead and delete the words axis title. And I'm going to put cost in dollars. And then I'll do the same thing. I'm going to click in the box down here, click in the title, delete all the words axis title. And this one will be hours tutored. All right. So the horizontal, both axes are labeled, and I have a nice title for the whole graph. Next thing we're going to do is click back in the white space. Click the plus sign again. Now, roll your cursor down until it's on trend line, and then just click the right arrow, and then pick more options. Now, you'll see here this thing that comes up under trendline options. Linear is already checked. That's Excel is looking at this data and saying that looks linear to me. Okay, it's usually right, but not always. Now, in class now, we've been studying both linear and exponential trends, right? So let's see what happens if you click an exponential one. So now you see the line it's drawing is curved like an exponential. It doesn't really match the actual data points nearly as well, right? So click back on the linear. That is what tells you, see how much better it matches. That shows you that's the right one. Now you can scroll down, and then click Display Equation on Chart. You'll see this little equation appeared, right? I usually like to just click there, and then I'm going to drag it away just a little bit. All right, so that graph is done. We've got the data graph. We've got all of our titles in place. Really, actually, anytime you do a chart, you should always put titles that describe the units on both axes, the horizontal and the vertical, and give your graph an overall title. That's it for that one. So let's go ahead and close this over here for now. We're going to do the same thing here for the exponential. Let's highlight all the data, not the heading. Click Insert. I'm going to come over and pick the same scatter plot and then the same first simple scatter plot. Again, I'm going to hold down my left mouse to drag the chart off the data. Do the same thing. Click on Chart Title, and then click in there so you can delete that. And then value of investment at 12% interest. Okay, same thing, click in the white space, click the plus, click Axis Titles, change them to match, all right? So value in dollars for the vertical, click on the horizontal. All right, click in there, delete the current one. This is just years. I could say years invested. All right. All right. So click off. We got our titles now, right? And then we're going to click in the white space again. Click the plus. Now just hold the mouse over the trend line without clicking, and then click the arrow, and then click more options. All right, now I'm going to slide the bar over down here a little bit so we can see the graph while we look at the. I want you to notice here it's picked linear again. It does this once in a while. Usually Excel's pretty good about picking the right pattern, but sometimes it doesn't. Notice how the line that it picks is dead straight, and it doesn't really match. The data actually curves, right? Watch what happens when I pick exponential. Boom, the line it picks goes right on the data. That shows you this is an exponential one, okay? Now the same thing again, we're going to scroll to the bottom, pick display, equation on chart. You see it puts the equation in. I'm going to click it. Whoop. Click on it here. Drag it just a little bit to get it away from there. Okay. All right. That's it. We've got our trend lines and everything, and that's our graphing piece of this. Okay. I hope you found this helpful. And then we have one more short video to do. I will be with you on that one in just a moment.